chili fall off the bone wings. Do y'all see how bomb that meal looks? Yes, this meal was quick and easy. First, you want to start by getting you some chicken. Please make sure you clean your chicken. Add a little bit of oil. I'm using the Nice Spice All Day Everyday blend. And I'm also using Cooking Up a Bird Rub. Mix that well. This is how your chicken should look. I am adding my chicken to a baking dish and I'm going to cover it with foil and let it cook for 30 minutes at 400 degrees. I'm going to remove it from the oven, remove the foil, flip your chicken over, add it back to the oven for 30 minutes. And this is how your chicken should look. For the sauce, I'm using some sweet chili sauce, unsalted butter, sriracha, brown sugar, and some chili flakes with a little bit of chicken stock. And you got some quick and easy sauce. Add your wings to the sauce. Let your wings cook in the sauce for about 5 minutes. If you want to get your wings back crispy, put them back in the oven on broil for 5 minutes. I made me some white rice, y'all, broccoli with cheese, and some honey butter crescent rolls with the extra honey butter. And y'all know I love me some sauce. So yes, we're adding some extra sauce to my wings. And we got to put the sauce all over the rice. It will not be right. Do y'all see how bomb this meal looks? Spicy, sweet chili fall off the bone wings with some broccoli with cheese, honey butter crescent rolls with some white rice. Quick and easy. Try it now.
This is part 37 of All About the Sides. Super crispy garlic and parmesan oven chips. Bake the potatoes at 200 Celsius for 45 minutes, then allow to completely cool before you cut them into these chunky chip shapes. You can peel off the skin if you want to, but I didn't bother. Then we're going to pour in some duck fat, but you could use whatever you like. And then a good pinch of salt, toss that all through. Then we want to put those onto a hot oven tray. They go into an oven at 220 Celsius for about 30 minutes, flipping them over halfway through. For the final 2 minutes, we're going to add chopped garlic and parsley. Make sure you coat all those chips really well before they go back into the oven. While they're still hot, add freshly grated parmesan, give them a toss, and you're ready to go.
Hey yo, so tonight for dinner I made these spicy honey garlic salmon bites. These joints were the truth, full of flavor. Let me show you guys how to get down. So I got a huge fillet of salmon, skinned it, and then I cut it into bite-sized cubes. I got those cubes into a large bowl, hit them with some avocado oil, all-purpose Cajun, smoked paprika, chili powder, and some soy sauce. I gave it a really good mix, and I got it into a skillet over medium-high heat with avocado oil and butter. Cooked it for a few minutes on each side, and then I removed them from that skillet. Now, in the same skillet, reduce the heat to about medium-low, add some more butter, some garlic, saute that down for about 60 seconds. Go ahead and add some honey. I'm using Mike's Hot Honey just for more flavor. Once that thickens up a little bit, I added some soy sauce, lemon juice, and some spicy gochujang paste. I let that reduce to get a little thick, and then I added the salmon pieces in there, basted them with that sauce. Then I just plated them with some white rice, hit them with some sesame seeds and chives for garnish. You guys definitely have to try this recipe out. The flavor combination is crazy, and you already know it's a wrap.
This is my spicy honey and mustard chicken. It looks very simple, well, because it is, but it tastes absolutely outrageous. Add chicken to a bowl with some paprika, cayenne pepper, and the zest of 1 lime. Then we're going to add some salt, olive oil, and we're going to bring it all together with our hands. Marinate it in the fridge for about 2 or 3 hours. Then we're going to chop that lime in half and we're going to add it to a pan with some whole grain mustard, Dijon mustard, thyme leaves, sriracha, white wine vinegar, and some honey and chicken stock. I'll put all the list of ingredients in the comments, don't worry. Then we're going to just mix it together on a bit of a low heat. Add some oil to a pan and we're going to fry the chicken on both sides like this, and we're going to add a ladle of that sauce over the top. Don't worry if it's too thin, because we're going to cook it in the oven at 180 degrees for 10 or 15 minutes until it's thickened.
Amazing.
30-minute delicious bang bang chicken, crispy fried chicken coated in a sweet spicy chili mayo. Dice your chicken thighs into 1.5-inch pieces, transfer to a bowl, add buttermilk to tenderize the meat. Set aside for 10 minutes. Combine Japanese mayo, sweet Thai chili sauce, and sriracha. Mix well. In a bowl, add cornstarch, salt, garlic powder, and black pepper. Whisk well. Coat your chicken into the starch mixture. On medium-high heat, add oil. Once oil is hot, lower in your chicken. Fry in batches to avoid overcrowding, and on both sides until golden and crispy. Remove and set aside. Transfer fried chicken to a bowl, pour sauce on top, mix well. Enjoy with green onions. Recipe link in profile, like and follow for more.
Let's make my 15-minute cheesy vegetable fritters. Trust me, they're insanely good and probably one of the easiest things you'll ever make. Mix together your shredded zucchini, carrots, red onion, flour, seasonings, eggs, and shredded cheese. Pan fry or bake until golden and love your life.
This is my super delicious recipe for cheesy beef rigatoni. Brown off an onion and some garlic and then add in your beef mince. Add some garlic powder and salt and then add in tomato paste. Then you can use any pasta sauce or crushed tomatoes. Add in a bit of water to clear the jar. I'm adding in 2 beef stock cubes. I use the OXO meat-free ones. And then bring this up to a simmer. I'm adding in some fresh basil. You can also add some oregano if you have some. I also like to add like a tiny teaspoon of sugar just to bring the sweetness of the tomatoes out. And then go in with some single cream. And then I cover and let this simmer while I cook the pasta. I like to take it out about a minute before it's done and then let it finish in the sauce. Once you've added the pasta in, give it a really good mix, and that is literally it. Season this with salt and pepper to taste, and the longer you let the sauce simmer before you add the pasta in, the better this gets. Finish it off with some mozzarella cheese, and once that's melted, you're ready to dig in. This is perfect when you're craving a warm bowl of pasta. Let me know if you try it.
Let's make some delicious chuck roast burn ends. We're going to be using meter to track our temps. A little mayo as a binder. You can use whatever sweet seasoning you like. Season them really well on all sides. These weigh around 3.5 pounds each. We're going to be smoking these over apple wood at 250 degrees. We're going to be smoking them until they reach an internal of 175. You want to pull them off, slice into them. You're going to place them in a foil tray along with sugar, some barbecue sauce, maple syrup, some butter. Now you want to put these back to braise at least for an hour and a half or until they fall apart tender. These came out absolutely fantastic. I'm going to give them a go.
Let's run back the Marry Me chicken, but this time we are turning it into a pasta and we are using boneless chicken breast. And y'all, this was so good. Here's how I made it. To a pan, I added some olive oil and I added my seasoned chicken breast and I cooked them for about 8 to 10 minutes or until fully cooked. In that same pan, I added butter. I also added garlic paste and heavy cream. Next, I added some sun-dried tomatoes and some Parmesan cheese, and I also added Dano's seasoning. Once my sauce thickened, I added my chicken breast back to the pan. I also added my cooked noodles, and I sprinkled with some Parmesan and parsley. I served my pasta with some garlic bread, and if you want the full recipe, it will be available on my website tonight.
Back with another 20-minute recipe, the best soy glazed chicken.
Season the chicken with salt and pepper.
Coat the chicken with a thin layer of cornstarch. The sauce is super easy. Soy sauce, oyster sauce, honey, 5-spice powder, and a lot of garlic. Mix together. Pan fry the chicken for 4 minutes on each side. Remove and set aside. Pour in the sauce. Let it simmer for 30 seconds. Add back in the chicken and let it cook on high heat for another 1 to 2 minutes. Look at that.
I know it's been a little while, but welcome back to my new series of recipes you should master in your 20s. Today we're doing Cajun chicken pasta. 10 out of 10. So good. To start, you want to take some thinly sliced chicken breasts and generously season. I'll put all the listed ingredients on the screen. I also use my girl Kimmy's Yes So Much seasoning. It's super good, so go check that out. Add some olive oil and make sure you guys season both sides because well-seasoned chicken makes this pasta a 10 out of 10. Now heat your favorite pan to medium-high heat, add some canola spray and olive oil, and sear your chicken for about 5 minutes each side until nice and pretty like so, and then set that aside. Now in your pan with all that delicious chicken flavor, add in some butter, saute your shallots for a minute, and then throw in your garlic and cook until fragrant. Go in with some heavy cream and bring that to a light simmer. Now I'm adding in my Parmesan Serraccio and Parmesan Reggiano slowly, and once that's melted, I'm going to season it to taste. I'm using the prepackaged fettuccine from Whole Foods, so it only takes 3 minutes to cook. And while that's going, I'm going to add some spinach to my pasta. And once it's done, add your pasta and pasta water. Give it a nice mix. Parsley and Cajun seasoning on top is optional. Then just add your cooked chicken. Now serve and enjoy.
Ever had pastalaya? Me neither, but this recipe looked way too good, so I had to try it out myself, bursting with flavor and super easy to make. Finally, dice an onion, green and red bell peppers, 2 plum tomatoes, and mince some fresh garlic. Cut chicken tenderloins into bite-sized pieces, season with Cajun seasoning, cut some andouille sausages, and season some shrimp with Cajun seasoning as well. Cook the chicken for 5 minutes, put it to the side, cook the shrimp until it just turns pink, and sear your andouille sausages. Saute your vegetables and all that flavor, then add minced garlic, tomatoes, some tomato sauce, chicken stock, a little bit of seasoning, and some bay leaves. Add the chicken and sausage, simmer for 15 minutes, then add shrimp just as you're ready to serve. Salt some boiling water and cook your bow tie pasta according to the packaged instructions. Add to your sauce with a sprinkle of fresh parsley and save this one for later.